What's up, y'all? It's BWADE. I am excited to walk you through 4 of my favorite MLB picks for Tuesday. I'm going to walk you through the data, explain to you why I like these picks. I don't just want to give you the picks. I want to tell you why, and I want to help inform you guys, and I want you to feel confident about these if you do decide to take them, right? Always want you to kind of look into them, make that decision for yourself if you want to put your money on these picks as well, and then bet responsibly. I really like these picks. I put my money on them, but I'm excited to walk you through that data, and you guys can decide what you want to do with that. Looking at the picks that I gave out for today, Monday, they're still going on. It's 11 o'clock on the East Coast right now, so I don't have results on either of those. I do know, actually, one of the slips missed. Luis Robert ended up giving us a goose egg, so that slip's dead. Tyler Soderstrom's still playing. And then on the other slip, Bryce Turang was money. He hit a leadoff home run to start the game, so that was good right from the start. And then Shohei is still playing, and the Dodgers are getting blown out. Now, look, today we've already hit one two-man entry, right, for parlays. We're looking decent there. Game picks, we started 2-0. We're probably going to end up 2-2. It looks like it's just going to be a break-even day, which is a bummer. But it's a good thing when those are our bad days, right? When we break even and that's kind of like a rough day, I'm all for that. This past weekend, we absolutely fucking cooked. We went 12-4 on game picks. We started the weekend out by missing 2 picks. We then hit 12 straight picks, and then we ended the weekend by missing another 2. 12-4. And I mean, you look at what we did over the last week, right? But consistently, we're doing this. You look over the last week, and we're up almost 15 units. If you look at that, so if you bet $50 per game, right, which isn't a ton, but it's also not nothing. If you bet $50 per game, you would have made about $750 in the past 7 days, just tailing these game picks. And so I want to help you guys join the team and start profiting off of these picks with us. And you can sign up for VIP, and you can do that weekly. It's only $25 a week right now, the cheapest it's ever been. It is going up very soon. And you can use code MLB in the checkout, and you'll get 80% off. So it'll pay you $5. It'll cost you $5 for the first week. But I have pulled something out. I created a VIP NFL full season plan, right? And so you can lock this in right now and be good until the end of the Super Bowl. You will get every single pick for every sport that I give out until the Super Bowl is over. This is only going to be up for a little while. There's only 17 of these packages left. There was 20 when I started it, so only 3 have sold since this weekend when I made it. But when you click on the link below in the description to go to my winnable, which is where my VIP and the free picks are, right? You can do VIP, free, and we have this full season plan, which is $2,000, right? And that might sound like a lot. That is going to lock you in for the rest of the year until the Super Bowl is done. Prices are going up for VIP. They're going to start being limited. If you get this, you are guaranteed to be in. And what's crazy is, like, you look on the screen, 14, just about 15 units for the last week, right? Just looking at game picks, that's not even including props. And all we have is baseball and WNBA right now. So if you put $100 on each one of those games over the past 7 days, you'd almost be able to cover this. It'd be we'll call it $1,400 to be conservative. $1,400 in 1 week. If you look at how many weeks are between today and February 8th, we're looking at probably half a year, so like 26 weeks, where you are going to get all those picks. And at $2,000, it's a good value. Like, I'm confident that you will get that back. But what I've done is I've created a promo code for you guys, and when you use code CASH, it is going to take 75% off. Now, this is only going until the end of Wednesday. I'm running this for 3 days, and then it's done. Use code CASH. You get it for 75% off, and you'll be locked in for $530 until the end of the Super Bowl. And what's really cool about Winnable is they have an afterpay option. So You can do 6.99% interest if you want, which really comes out to like an extra $10 that you pay in interest. And you make 6 payments over the next 6 months where you pay $85 a month. That literally, like, you lock it in so that you are good until the end of February, and you just pay $85 a month. And you don't have to pay anything right now. That's the really nice part, is when you choose one of these, you don't pay right away. You get to pay later, so you can sign up. And if you want to do the 12 payments and split it up that way, so it's only $43 a month, you can. You can do whatever you want, but the option is there so that you can split it up. Either way, $500 until the end of the Super Bowl. You get every pick. You would have tripled that in the last 7 days if you tailed these game picks that I gave out, right? 25-10 in the MLB is absolutely absurd. We have football coming up. Before this package is over, we're going to have NBA, NHL. We have, like, this is the slow season, and we're making money. It's going to be good. So I want you guys to join the team. There's 17 spots left, and this promo where you can use code CASH for 75% off is going until the end of Wednesday. So if you are interested, the link for that is down below in the description. Now, I also give away an autographed memorabilia every single month. This month, we're doing a signed Mike Tyson jersey. Mike Tyson boxing glove, definitely not a jersey. All you have to do to be entered to win that is subscribe to this channel, like this video, and drop a comment. You do those 3 things, you'll be entered to win that boxing glove at the end of the month. Let's start getting into these picks. So I'm starting out with Spencer Strider to go over 6.5 strikeouts. When we look at it, it doesn't look great at first glance, right? He's gone over in 7 out of 15 games. But there's a couple things that I want to really zero in on. First off, head-to-head. He's faced the Mets twice this year, and he went over with 8 strikeouts in both games. One was at home, one was on the road. So we have both venues covered. Regardless of where he was pitching against the Mets, he was getting 8 strikeouts. That's probably my favorite part. Now, when we also just kind of looking at trends, because people always, not always, people want to look at, like, oh, this guy's going over in 7 games in a row. But there's other trends to look at. And when you look at his unders, they happen in groups of 2. Right? And there's definitely just like some coincidence to that, right? But there's also a bit of like he bounces back. It takes him a couple games and then he gets back. And every time he's missed 2 and then bounced back with at least 1 game over 6.5. Missed 2, bounced back. Missed 2, and now this is the bounce back game here against the Mets, who he's already gone over against twice this year. And when we look at him, when we look at the Mets lineup against Spencer Strider, look at those strikeout rates. There's only 3 players on their whole lineup that have strikeout rates that are better than their average against Strider. Everyone else is striking out more than average against him. You look at 50%, 50%, 42. Like, these dudes cannot hit Strider stuff. Love him over 6.5 strikeouts. Pairing that up with Ranger Suarez to go under 2.5 earned runs. So he's had a rough July into August. He's gone over this in 4 out of his last 5. And he was one of the best pitchers in baseball before he started going sideways on 7-11, right? But I see him coming back under in this game. We're getting this at a great value because of the fact that he's gone over 4 out of the last 5 games. He just gave up a 5-piece to the Orioles. But you look at his numbers against Cincinnati, right? And this was the last game before he started giving up a lot of runs. He gave up 1 run to him this year and 0 runs last year. Pitched in 7 and 5 innings, so 12 innings pitched. He's given up 1 run against them. That's my favorite part, but I don't think he goes over again here. He's due to come back down. We're getting him at a great value because of the fact that he's been going over more lately. And on the road, he's even better. He's only gone over this once this year on the road. It was against San Diego. But other than that game, he's only given up 1.1 runs per start on the road. So he has just been absolutely killer on the road. This year in general, he has been really solid. He's had a few rough starts, which is getting us a better value on him, and it's going to help us to get a better payout. But getting him at 2.5 for minus 119 is really good. He's coming back down under 2.5 in this start, and I am locking that in for sure. You'll see that slip on the screen here. We're getting 3x for this on Underdog. Really like this app. One of my favorite parts is they get their lines up early, so I can take advantage of them the night before. They have great payouts. They give us a ton of different promos, 50% profit boosts, discounted picks, free picks, all that stuff, and they have a great sign-up bonus. When you sign up using code BWADE, they will double that first deposit up to $1,000. That's the biggest sign-up bonus I've ever heard of, and it's free money. Like, you can throw however much you want on there with code BWADE. They will double it. You just got however much money for free without having to take any risk. And when you send me a screenshot of that deposit, I will hook you up with a free week of VIP as well. You'll get all of our picks sent right to you for the next 7 days. It's a win-win, right? You get the sign-up bonus, you get additional promos you can take advantage of, and you get all of our VIP picks so that you can build your bankroll. So tap in, and then don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment so you get entered to win that signed Mike Tyson glove. Let's get into these next two. So we're going with Gunnar Henderson, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. I love this pick. He's gone over it in 13 of his last 20 games, but it's been a really consistent trend of like hitting a few games and then missing one, maybe two. Hitting a few games, missing one, maybe two, right? And he just missed one, but he still got a hit, right? So we know that he's still seeing the ball well, and he's due up for another one right here. He's going up against Seattle, who historically he just demolishes Seattle. He averages almost 3 hits, runs, and RBIs per game against them. He's gone over this in 7 of 9 games against them. And he's coming up against George Kirby, who he's been playing really solid, right? So when we look at his hits, he stayed under 6, like, for 8, 9 games now. And I was thinking about that as a pick, actually, until you look at head-to-head. He gets rocked by Baltimore every time. 2 times last year, once on the road, once at home. And then this year at home, he gave up 8 hits to him. That's the most hits he's given up in a game all year. And it was to the Orioles, who he's going up against here now. So I think this is a great spot for Baltimore to get off against him. Gunnar gone over against them in 7 out of 9, and when we look at Gunnar's numbers against George Kirby, he's batting .462 with a home run, and that's in 13 at bats. Like, that's a pretty good sample size. That's going to be probably 5 starts that he's faced him in, and he has 6 hits and 13 at bats with a home run. So really like this one. When you look at the trends, he's due to go back over here. He's crushed Seattle, and he's crushed George Kirby. And then I'm pairing that up with Josh Naylor, staying in the same game here. We're going over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. He's gone over this in 4 of his last 5 games. There we go. He's hit a home run in 3 of his last 5 games, right? So he is definitely hitting the ball well right now. Dean Kramer is on the mound for Baltimore, who his ERA's come down a little bit, but it's still at 4.3. His whip's around 1.3. And when we look at Naylor's numbers against him, he's 6 for 9 with a home run, right? So he's crushed him. And when we look head-to-head, he's crushed Baltimore in general. In the series he faced them in earlier this year, he went over in all 3 games, wrapping it up with a nice bow of 7 hits, runs, and RBIs. And then looking at last year, he went over in 3 out of 5. So he's hit this in 6 of his last 7 games against Baltimore. He's hit it in 4 of his last 5, and he's crushed Dean Kramer in the 9 at-bats he's had against him. really like this one. Perrin, Josh Naylor, and Gunnar Henderson both to go over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. You'll see that slip on the screen. We're getting 2.7x for this on Sleeper. Sleeper's my favorite fantasy app. It's super easy to use. It's just a clean app. They give us a ton of promos, 4 to 5 a day, discounted picks, profit boosts, protected picks, and they have great payouts, right? So when you sign up using code BWADE, they're going to double that first deposit up to $100. It's free money. You can withdraw $100 from a different app that you use, put it on Sleeper with code BWADE, and it's now $200, right? And they're going to give you a free pick as well. That's going to be Robbie Ray over half an out. So as long as Robbie Ray gets 1 out in the game where he's a starting pitcher, that cashes. So you get that as well as the deposit match. And when you send me a screenshot of your deposit, I will hook you up with the free week of VIP. It's a no-brainer. Like, there's no downside to it. You get all of those bonuses. You get additional promos on there you can take advantage of every day. So whether you sign up on Sleeper or you sign up on Underdog and you send me the screenshot, I hook you up with the free week of VIP, or you just use code MLB and tap in, join the team, and start winning. And if you really want to take the next step and join the team until the end of February and be locked into VIP, even when I start reducing the head count, check out the NFL full season package. Use code CASH and you will get 75% off that. You'll be locked in until the Super Bowl is over and we know the champion. You can also pick a payment plan within the checkout process, and so you can split that up over the next 6 months, and it's like $80 a month. So tap in, join VIP. Like I said, we went 12-4 over the weekend. We're up just about 15 units over the last 7 days, and that's just in the game picks. We also do a ton more of these player prop parlays as well, like the Bryce Terang slip that we cashed already today, and we have some more that are still active. So tap in, and then don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment so you get entered to win that signed Mike Tyson boxing glove. I appreciate you guys. Let's get some fucking bread.